A few minutes from now, you'll be craving okra soup like never before because this is that budget-friendly recipe that turns into a family favorite after a trial. Stay with me. For this, I'll be using chicken, beef, cow skin, and some stockfish. I'll also be using okra. This right here is the main character. Pumpkin leaves. This is the supporting character. I'll also be using some crayfish. I'll also be using fermented locust beans, some dried Uziza seeds, some dried fish. I'll also be using a mixture of yellow and red pepper. Alright, let's get to work. So I started off by washing the proteins. I washed the chicken, the beef, and every other protein I'll be using thoroughly with clean water and salt. This is a must. I washed the stockfish and also washed and deboned the dry fish. Now in a clean pot, I went in with all the proteins. I added some salt, some seasoning powder. I also went in with some chopped onions and some of the red pepper I had blended for flavor. I gave this a very good mix and then I covered the pot and let it cook for some time. When the pot had boiled with the natural water from the proteins, I went in with the right amount of water I would be cooking the soup with. I covered the pot and then I went ahead to wash the okra and the rest of the ingredients I will be cooking with. Of course, slicing the okra takes a while, so I went to work. I enjoy slicing vegetables, I always say this, so I had fun doing this. When I was done with slicing the okra, I went ahead to wash the crayfish and also prep the rest of the ingredients that would go into the pots, like the fermented locust beans, the Uziza seeds. I put all in my manual blender alongside the yellow pepper and I blended. Here is the outcome. I also set this aside and went ahead to wash the pumpkin leaves I would be using. I finished washing and I went ahead to slice. When the slicing was over, I put it aside and went back to my pot, which had started boiling. I was ready to start receiving the rest of the ingredients. First, I went in with some palm oil. I covered the pot to let the oil cook for some time, and after about 5 minutes, I opened the pot, and as you can see, the stock water and the oil had blended properly. Then I went in with the blended crayfish, pepper, dried Uziza seeds, and fermented locust beans. I gave this a good mix. Then I went in with some salt, some seasoning powder. Then I covered the pot to cook. When the pot had boiled, I went in with my washed dried fish. I gave it a good mix. I covered it up again for a final incorporation. And 5 minutes later, this is the result. I gave it a final mix and then I went in with my pumpkin leaves, my sliced pumpkin leaves. I gave this a very good mix and then I went in with my okra. Notice how dry this soup is. So the secret is you do not cook with a lot of water. Before you start adding your vegetables, make sure the soup is almost dried. The level of your protein should be higher than the level of water in the pot. If you have too much water, your okra and the vegetables will literally float, and you don't want that. You will not enjoy the taste of the soup if it is in that state. So yeah, that is the secret. And this is the final result. I'm starting to dish out. As you can see, it is dry, very dry. This looks amazing. And I paired it with this wrap of okpei. Yes, this is what I'll be having it with. Feel free to pair yours with fufu, semo, plantain, oatmeal, or any other kind of swallow you desire. And that, my dear friends, is the budget-friendly recipe I promised to show. And if you enjoyed this video, please do well to give it a thumbs up, drop a nice comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be bringing more recipes and other lifestyle content your way. Until then, be good, be well, namaste, bye.